Welcome everyone. In this video I will again discuss your outfit videos that you sent me, and I can assure you I had some really great submissions this time, but first, dramatic intro. We hit 30,000 subscribers a couple of weeks ago, thanks for that. So I asked for another round of photos. This time I only asked via the YouTube community tab, and this may be the last video of this kind for at least a while, because there are so many of you now. I have yet to figure out how I can manage so many submissions. Anyway, let's go! We are starting with Elliot. The attached photo should go in the direction 20s young and dashing. I think that fits. Although I feel this outfit already as very daring for the visual habits of my fellow man, small town in the Black Forest. Not so optimal I find the collar. In your opinion, can people with long slender necks harmonize this well with the longer collars in contrast to widespread collars? PS, my navy suit is my first made-to-measure suit made from a 2-ply Fresco. In hindsight, I wasn't brave enough to take a chance, otherwise I would have preferred to have a higher waistline, wider lapels, and if Fresco, then rather a 4-ply in a more summery color. So, Elliot, thank you. This is a very nice outfit, but I have to be honest with you, there is not much 1920s here. The only item that reminds me remotely of this era is the boater, but it seems to be an inexpensive version with a narrow brim. You already mentioned two aspects that could be improved with the suit that I think are very important. First, a higher waistline and a more summery color, especially since you don't wear a waistcoat. Necktie and sunglasses look modern. I can't say anything about the wristwatch, because I'm not an expert, but my gut tells me to just drop it, actually. The pocket square is okay, but since you wear a white collar, a white pocket square would have been a bit better, I think. The shirt is fine. Now, you brought up the short collar yourself, and despite the fact that it is some kind of club collar, it looks like a modern version. I think generally modern shirt collars are very small and sometimes can't even be used properly with neckties, because the collar shanks take off, when you have the necktie under it from the shirt. So, I mean, this one is a borderline case. However, I think a spear point collar would look a lot better on you, especially because of your physique. So yeah, spear point collars do work best on slender men like you. What I really love are the shoes, actually. They look like Alan Edmonds straw fit, the two-tone version with brown mesh in between. I do have those myself. Great summer shoes. I totally get the problem with your conservative hometown, so maybe start with an everyday ensemble from the 1920s, because then you can use gray tones, a fedora, or even a baker boy cap and so on. Things that are not as flashy as a summer suit and a boater. Or maybe the real 1920s style isn't for you, which is absolutely fine. I mean, for modern standards, this is a great outfit. Just something to think about. Thank you for a submission, Elliot. I hope that helped. Next one. My name is Eike. I'm still 28 years old, study social sciences, and come from Emden in East Frisia. The goal of this outfit was a stroller with a little more color in it without losing elegance. I orientated myself very roughly on the 1920s, which can be seen in the spats, the detachable collar, and the position of the 3 buttons on the jacket. Now, Eike has orbited around this channel for quite some time, and I know that he is constantly sewing pieces from our tailoring book, so I know this is good without really looking at the photo. But let's do it anyway. So let's start at the bottom. I can't really see the shoes, but in combination with the, I'd say, beige spats, this is a good start. The walking cane is awesome. However, since it's gold and brown, while the rest of the outfit is mostly grayscale, I would have gone for a silver black cane, and I bet you own one. The trouser fabric is great. My first impression was that they are a little too wide, but you probably just need to press them properly, because the crease in front and back first looks a lot sharper, and second, the crease or the creases in front and back pull the fabric to the front and back, so the trouser legs appear slimmer when looking from the front. The waistline is very nice. The waistline is very nice here. The jacket is nice. You can see that the sleeve length is ideal, matching bow tie and pocket square without using the identical fabric is good. The high collar, I love that. I do love high collars. The bowler looks a bit too big for you, so you can see that there is space between your head and the hat, you know, here and there. I know a bowler, like a firm one, is hard to find that fits your head shape. There is a considerable difference in width between your face and the head, and I think this is not ideal. And finally, you create a lot of open space here on your chest. So this is because you wear a bow tie and a waistcoat with a fairly low neckline. So I would go either for a necktie or a waistcoat that closes higher to fill this up here. But all in all, very nice outfit, thank you. Thank you, Eike, for your submission, and keep up the sewing work. Next one. I'm Tony, 32. I repair and maintain old mechanical film cameras professionally and love all things vintage and well-made. Me and my wife, who is a seamstress by profession, love vintage clothes and style. The outfit is of the English style, which I just love. It features modern and old tweed of the same fabric, although the jacket is not of the same herringbone pattern. There's also the vintage finish overcoat from the 40s to 50s. The +4s are thrifted larger pants made into breeches by your instructions. Cool. They are very nice to wear with just a sweater and shirt underneath. I'm planning to alter more of those in the future. Perfect. Let's start from the bottom again. Shoes and socks are safe choices. I really like the fabric and general cut of the trousers. They look a bit wrinkly here. Maybe the fabric isn't heavy enough, so they can't fall properly, but let's not overrate this. I really like the waistcoat. You can see the heavy tweed quality. You could do one thing, and that is trying to shorten the waistcoat a bit, maybe even at the shoulders, if you can, so you get a higher neckline. But this is a difficult thing, and I have yet to make a video about this alteration. Yeah, the jacket is nice too. However, I usually do not recommend to match pieces that are made of a very similar but not identical fabric, because you can't see the different nuances due to the different patterns. And this looks like you tried too hard. Go for something contrasting, trust me. Maybe a dark brown for the jacket, I mean, or just change the waistcoat. The dress shirt is modern, but fine actually. It works well with the rest. Try to tie the necktie with a dimple next time. That would add a little more depth. And finally, the cap looks like it's made from the same fabric as the waistcoat, which is perfect. Yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you, Tony. Thank you for your submission. Next one. I'm Oscar, 24, from Sweden. I love vintage style, especially the stuff from 1930 to 1950. I love to mix vintage with modern, but also mixing high and low. Here's a picture of my Grail suit, a brown flannel bespoke suit from Göttrich, which with 3 patch pockets and no vents. Here I paired it with black cap-toe Oxfords from Moyas, a vanilla OCBD from Shirtonomy, vintage tie and beret. I love berets with tailoring, although I'm wearing black Oxfords here. I usually wear penny loafers with white or off-white socks for a dash of Ivy style. First of all, cute doggo. And then the fit of the suit is absolutely chef's kiss. I love the white trousers and how the front crease falls down in a straight line. I really love that. I like the lasts. but I myself am a big fan of conservative shoes like this anyway, so yeah, you got me there. I like that you are wearing a vanilla shirt. Absolutely underrated color, I think. Love the tie. Now, the beret looks a bit off, not because it's a beret. I think it's great that berets are your thing, and this one reminds me a bit of the Mackenzie clan beret in Outlander. However, this color is not ideal, I think, because the suit has a neutral gray, while a necktie and shirt in some have like warm undertones. But the beret is a very cold bluish gray, at least in the photo here. I would probably go for either a dark green or dark brown beret to pick up a color from the necktie, or a dark gray one, which would work well with the suit regardless of your shirt and necktie. Yeah, I think, I hope that helped. Thank you, Oscar. Great submission. Love the fact that you are into berets. Cool. Now we have Eric. I've only recently been into formal menswear and have yet to discover which era I'd like to focus on. I'm 29 years old and from the Philippines, but I move back and forth a lot to California. Cool, Eric. Welcome. Since this is a first step into the realm of classic menswear, I would suggest first, your waistline seems very low. Your upper body probably is not as long as it looks here, you know, from here to here. So try braces or suspenders to keep the trousers up. Hopefully you will also fill the gap between waistcoat and trousers here. You can see the shirt bulging out in between, and you really don't want that. Also, you might get less trouser fabric laying on your shoes here, which will lead to a front crease going all the way down. We had that with Oscar before, and this always looks nicer, or generally very nice, very sharp. You could let an alterations tailor take in some fabric at the waist to make the shape a bit more flattering, but that's a question of taste also. The pocket square is fine, but with a white shirt, a white pocket square is always a very good option, unless you have a necktie that works with this pocket square. I myself am not a big fan of double monks, but they are generally fine here. So just my personal opinion. And finally, the colonial hat is very, very cool and a very special hat type. So actually, I'd recommend wearing it properly, meaning more on your forehead and less on the back of your head. Great. Thanks for your submission, Eric. Very nice start into the realm of classic menswear. Next up, my name is Dato. I live in Russia, but I'm Georgian from the Bagrationi dynasty. I hope that pronounced that remotely correctly. I hope you enjoy my three-piece 1920 suit. I hope you will give me nice advice for my style to become better. Thank you, Dato. Thanks for your submission. There is not that much to say here. It's a very nice suit. Perfect spear point collar shirt. This is something other people usually get wrong, but you absolutely nailed the shirt. Great necktie, great pocket square choice. The suit is just fabulous. I mean, it looks a bit big, but that's what you want for a late 1920s or 1930s suit. There is only one little remark here. You seem to be using a tie clip as well as a pinky ring. And I have to be honest with you, I think that looks pretty pretentious or over the top, especially if you are young. A lot of jewelry and pinky rings in particular look very, very odd. So maybe think about these and at least drop one. But that's it. Everything else is really perfect. Right what you are aiming for. Thanks again. Great submission. Moving on with Adrian. In the photos, I'm going for a 1950s, 1960s look and wearing much true vintage. Tie, pants, and shoes are all from the 50s and 60s era. Shoes might be early 1970s. I hope you like it. Yes, Adrian, I do like it. This is a very, very solid 50s style outfit, and I can't find anything to suggest. The color combo absolutely works. The fit is quite right for the era. Shirt, necktie, jacket, pants, shoes. Absolutely sold. I like it. I mean, you could add a white pocket square with a presidential fold. So it's really subtle to break up the solid colored chest area. But you don't need to, you know? It's a perfect outfit. That I can't really say anything else. So thank you, Adrian. Thank you for your submission. Okay. Now this is Dylan. I live in Seattle, Washington, USA. I'm 25 and have been interested in and collecting vintage menswear for a little over a year now. In this picture, I'm wearing a 1930s Palm Beach suit dated 1935 shirt, a 30s or 40s tootle tie, a handkerchief found in one of the lower pockets of a dated 1940 jacket, that's cool, and some modern Stacey Adams shoes. So, historically speaking, this is awesome. Just awesome. I love the suit. I love the gorge, the lapel, the white trousers. It fits you so well. Chef's kiss. I basically also like the two-tone derbies, as well as your shirt, tie, pocket square combo here on top. Although this is the only thing I would also do differently, because shoes and chest area are very detached from another color-wise. I mean, you choose rather cold colors up top, and the brown cream tones of the shoes are warm colors. So the white suit in between is neutral and works with both. So I would either go for black and white spectators or choose warmer colors for shirt, tie, and pocket square. But this is really nitpicky. So don't get me wrong. This is a gorgeous outfit. Really cool. And I also like the porch situation here. So yeah, thanks for this, Dylan. A real gain for the whole video. Thank you so much. And keep it up. And now we have Enzo. Hey there, Enzo. I love your submission, and I think it's super cool that you are into classic menswear. However, you are 12, so I really can't show your picture in my video. I hope you understand that. Again, thank you. Thank you very much. Cheers to you for being interested at this age. Just keep it up. Thanks, Enzo. Okay, let's move on. My name is Timothy. I live in Poland and I'm 20 years old. I aspire to become a bespoke tailor in the future, and I've been wearing vintage clothing for over 3 years now. I draw inspiration from a wide time period of late Victorian to the 1940s. My outfits usually have lots of influences and small touches from multiple decades. This particular outfit has a mostly 1930s feel. I'd like to mention that the shirt, the waistcoat, the trousers, and the pocket square were all drafted and sewn by me. Wow, okay. I also took in the jacket's waist quite a bit to create a sharp and accentuated waistline. Okay, so first of all, Timothy, cheers to you for making the shirt, the waistcoat, and the trousers, and the pocket square yourself. They look really good, especially the trousers, which is not an easy task. So basically every piece is and fits great for itself. I do have 2 comments on the combination. You chose a very formal combination for shirt, waistcoat, and trousers here, basically underneath, because it's just black and white, which is cool, but again, very formal. Now the jacket is a black beige Prince of Wales check, which is rather informal. And while this clash of formality can work, I think it often doesn't with historically inspired outfits, if you know what I mean. So maybe at least try a more formal color like gray for the jacket. Yeah. And second thing is the tie, because, and I mentioned this with early outfits already, you chose rather warm colors for jacket and hat, but your necktie seems to have a very cold bluish tone in it. I would just go for a warmer toned necktie. Yeah, but that's it. Great outfit, really great outfit. I like the hat, very cool. Thank you very much, Timothy. Keep up the tailoring work. Looks very good already, and good luck with that in the future. Next one is Alfie. I'm 19 years old and from the United Kingdom. I'm aiming for a late 1930s to 1940s outdoor attire. Cool. So Alfie, I like the color combo. The sweater is particularly nice. I do have, let's say three suggestions, I think. I would recommend pressing your trousers. I think I mentioned that earlier, because you get a nice crease in the front and in the back then. And this will make the trousers appear a little more flattering and a lot sharper. Then put on a jacket. You say it's an outdoor attire, so I guess a jacket would be good. Preferably like a dark brown tweed jacket with 4 or 5 buttons and patch pockets. Just an example. And finally, I think you would be better off with a necktie instead of a bow tie. Bow ties often look festive, which is an odd combination for an outdoor attire. And I think a necktie would be more flattering for your physique. But that's it, Alfie. Thank you for your submission. Great start. Let's move on. I'm Ocean, I'm 19 and from Essex, England. I'm doing a 1940s inspired workwear outfit. This is very, very nice. We have our denim jacket, a Baker Boy cap, good color combo. There's nothing much I can say here. I think the only thing I would change are the shoes, actually. Since it's a very, very rustic outfit, which is cool and suits you very, very well, boots would work even better with the workwear aesthetic here. That's maybe just my opinion, but that's what I would do differently here. Just some boots, derby boots, probably, yeah. The rest is perfect. Thank you, Ocean. Thanks for your submission. Next up, I am Charlie Smee from England. I am aiming for an early 20s country style with thinner +4s and high closure. All items are original vintage, apart from the +4 socks. The +4s are from sometime in the 1920s. The shoes brogues are also from the 1920s, and the Norfolk is tailored from 1964 from Dunn & Co. Wow. This is impeccable. I love the colors and patterns. The Norfolk and I'd say +2s are always a great combo. By the way, it's called +4s because it falls 4 inches over your knee. And these are great. They just don't have this huge fall over the knee. So I'd say it's just 2 inches, meaning +2s. Yeah, if I had to nitpick here, I would probably go for a shirt that is not a button down. Maybe just my gut feeling. And you could try to do a dimple on your tie knot. At least I can't see it in this photo if you have one. But that's already it. This is an absolute gem. One of the best submissions for this video. Thank you, Charlie. Next one. My name is Alexander. I'm a 21-year-old Belgian vintage devotee. I study archaeology and I specialize in ancient Greece. I'm keen on the 1930s, especially sports attire. I try to get the cuts historically accurate, but I tend to match pieces that are not the exact same level of formality if I like to wear them. So not 100% accurate because I'm a student and I haven't got a lot of money, so I sew almost everything I wear. Also very, very cool. I sewed the shirt except the collar, jacket and breeches. Not bad. I'm wearing on the photo, while the tie and hat are true vintage. The waistcoat is a modern one I altered. The collar is from Darcy clothing. The shoes are those I use to take my dog for a walk. What I was doing when the photo was taken, so they are a bit decrepit. Okay, cool. And when you thought it could not get any better, Alexander, I love your outfit. I'm a sucker for earthy tones myself, so bravo. The weathered shoes are even add to the whole ensemble. And cheers to you for sewing the shirt, breeches and jacket. This, by the way, are +4s or even +6s maybe. Really, really cool. The jacket is a little oversized. On the other hand, this is what you want for 1930s attire, so well done. Very well done. I don't even know if there is anything I would change. Well, maybe, and this is something you mentioned in terms of different formalities, maybe I would skip the pocket watch. It looks very formal, while everything else is very sportive. Yeah, but that's it. That's it. Alexander, thank you. Thank you so much for your submission. I love it. Who do we have here? My name is Maverick Massa. I hope I pronounced it correctly. I'm originally from Saranac, Michigan, currently stationed in Norfolk, Virginia in the US Navy. I come to share my 1947 three-piece suit from Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm mostly into the 1930s collegiate style or college style, but finding the collegiate style is really hard to find. I mean, yet another banger. And again, I can't say too much, except that I love it. I love it. You even have a spear point collar shirt. I mean, the 40s suit really, really fits you. Maybe go for darker shoes. Yeah, maybe go for darker shoes, but that's very nitpicky again. Everything else is just perfect. And really, again, it really fits you. So no, I can't add anything else. Maverick, thank you for this. Great outfit. Great outfit. Thank you, Maverick. Next one. Hello there. I'm Shane, 20, from Malaysia. And here with this outfit, I'm aiming for a more early 20s or late Edwardian. Okay, let's start with the good things. I like the walking stick, the small boutonniere, the boater, and the Winchester shirt with the collar pin are nice details. And I think the overall color combination is solid, a solid choice. Now, I think the main problem here is the suit. You wrote that you want to go for a 1920s late Edwardian aesthetic. The suit, however, is very modern, and you can see that. It doesn't have a summer color, although you want to go for a summer look, judging from the boater. The trousers are very slim. Too slim in my opinion. You have all those stretch marks here. I mean, the jacket has a very modern cut and the waistcoat, to be honest, it's too long. I recommend watching my video on the early 1920s aesthetic and paying attention to the proportions of this era. I mean, you can ignore some details like the shoulder and front seams, but I think you should at least get the proportions right. So yeah, have a look at that. Nevertheless, you're off to a great start. You already have some great details, cool accessories you can use in the future. Keep developing, and thanks a lot for your submission, Shane. Now we have Hung. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'm 21 from Vietnam. I'm aiming for the 30s. Here you can see a quite casual outfit, a navy blazer, a buff waistcoat, a pair of gray pants, and a simple white shirt with a geometric pattern tie. The fit may not arouse that much of a 30s feeling, but I'll definitely progress more on my style journey. Tell me what you think. So, Hung. Again, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Thank you for your submission. I think this is a great outfit. I mean, you could go for a little less saturated colors because this is all very, kind of flashy, and a smaller tie knot maybe. But generally, this is a great outfit. The fit is good. The proportions are fine. Lapel width, trousers, trouser rise are really nice from modern standards. I really, in fact, don't see a 1930s here. And maybe think about that, because typical 30s would include like heavy shoulder padding, wider cuts. And I don't know if you really want that, if that would really suit you. Maybe, I mean, try it. But maybe you're better off sticking to what you have here, because again, it looks really good on you. So yeah, anyway, thank you, Hung. Great submission. Thank you so much. And good luck on your journey. Next up is Christian. I'm 24 years old, come from Berlin, and have fallen in love with the classic fashion of the 20s and 30s about a year ago. Since then, I'm always looking for new clothes. About the outfit, the pants, vest, and shirt with a detachable collar are from Darcy Clothing and have a wonderful historical cut. The jacket, in turn, is from John Crockett and is an acceptable compromise. The shoes are classic Capto Derbies in dark brown from Shoe Passion. On my head, as is not difficult to see, I wear a bow tie. The briefcase and the pocket watch are actually from the 20s. The pocket watch I wear in honor of my great-grandfather. This once belonged to him and was the only thing he could save on the run. Wow, okay. The bag I was able to get hold of in an antique store. Overall, in my opinion, a suitable late summer look. I'm curious what you say to it. So, first of all, I really like the color combination here. The brown and red tones work very well on you, very well. Even though the colors and materials are more autumnal to me. That's my English. So maybe you're better off with a felt hat instead of a bow tie. Maybe try a brown Homburg or a fedora. The pocket watch is a great detail, especially when it's a family piece. The proportions are nice. I mean, the jacket has a modern cut, but as you say, it's an acceptable compromise. A pocket square would be possible, but you don't really need one. The only thing I would change, apart from the hat, is the shirt, or more specific, the shirt sleeves. The jacket sleeve length looks about right, but I can't see the shirt cuff, although we are looking right into the jacket sleeve here. So I think the shirt sleeves should be longer in order to show up. Everything else is great. Christian, thank you for your submission. It's a great outfit, and I hope my small remarks help. Now, last submission. My name is Talia Bordayo. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Talia Bordayo. I'm 33. I was 31 in the photo. I'm a Spaniard living in Canada, and the outfit I'm wearing here was inspired by an episode of the 1984 TV series The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, where Holmes wears a white linen three-piece suit, so I suppose I'm aiming for an 1890s vibe. My suit is modern tailoring, so I'm aware the cut is not accurate to the era, but it's the best I can do until I learn how to tailor myself or can commission someone to make a more accurate replica. First of all, the Sherlock show you mentioned, the outfit in particular, is a great idea, great inspiration. So it's a cool idea to use it for that. And actually, I mean, the suit is modern, but the cut of the suit is not that bad. I mean, you did get the basic proportions right, I would say. I mean, sure, you have the seams in the front, the gorge, lapel, they are not quite right and so on. But for modern tailoring, it is a really good result, I think. I think you can really see what you are aiming for, which is really great. You really paid attention to the details, like the boutonniere and how he wore the bow tie under the collar shanks. However, I don't know how much you are into sewing yourself already, because the bow tie you use looks like a modern pre-tied one. In fact, it's fairly easy to sew a bow tie like this, like the one Sherlock wears in the show, because you basically just need a long rectangular strip of silk, or I think velvet. I think he wears a velvet bow tie in the episode. I made a video about making a bow tie. Maybe have a look at that and just again use like a rectangular shape and then tie it like a bow tie. I really like the shoes. You could, of course, match the socks with something else on the outfit, but I'm getting nitpicky again. So yeah, let's finish with two small remarks. First, you might want to get a dress shirt with slightly longer sleeves, so you just see like a centimeter of cuff coming out of the jacket sleeves. And second, the trousers could be a tad wider. I mean, linen wrinkles a lot, I get that, but the creases, yeah, we are arrived at trouser creases again. They do last longer, and it's more comfortable if your legs have a little more room. Maybe there is some seam allowance left in those trousers. Just a centimeter on each side of the leg would make a huge difference. Yeah, but that's really it. Again, great idea, great inspiration. One small thing, I think you should attach the pocket watch chain maybe 1 or 2 buttons above here, so the chain does not hang that low. But that's it. That's really it. Again, really nitpicky. But yeah, Talia, thank you very much for your submission. Really enjoyed your outfit. Cool. And thus concludes discussing your outfits number 4. Thank you all for your submissions, and I really hope that I was at least of little help for further developments. Also, maybe the spectators that didn't get a submission through could take away something for their classic menswear journey. Finally, please do not send me any more pictures. In case I do make another video like this, I will announce it in my YouTube community feed. So if you don't want to miss it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Activate the bell so you get a notification every time I upload a video or write something in my community tab. And that's it. Thank you all for watching. See you next time. Bye.